In this video, I show you how to build this villager breeder. I found this villager breeder online last year at some point. I don't know where I found it. And I've made some tweaks to it to suit my needs. And so this is the design I've been using for the 117 worlds that I've been playing in. And I'm assuming it still works in the 118. It's coming out shortly. I will test that in a snapshot at a later date. So anyway, let me show you how to build this. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to try to find a spot where you want the center of your villager breeder farm to be. And you're going to put a block down. Now that block right there is the center. You're going to put another block. This is the block that the water source will sit on. Now, what you want to do is you want to put basically a block up on that, fill up all around it so we can put the water, take out the center, and there you can put your water. That's the center of our farm. There we have our water source. Now, what I'd like to do right now before I do anything else, I put another block on top of one of those adjacent blocks to the water source, and I'm going to put a composter down. This will be for the villager that we put in there later, and it kind of hides the water source, but that's okay. So the next thing you want to do is you want to basically make this a 7x7. So you're going to do that. So you can see 3, 4, and you put 3 on the other side. It'll be 7. So I'm going to fill this out right now. And there you have most of the farm. Now, what I'm going to do really quick, though, also is I'm going to use the hoe on to take a farmland, just like that. All right, and so now what we want to do is we want to put a border around it, a wall, and I like to use glass. So I'm just going to go up here 1 block, and then put one on top, get rid of that one. And I go 2 blocks up, and I go the entire way around, but I do leave a gap at a specific point that is an exit for the babies that get produced, okay? And so you can see here, I left a gap, a 1 block gap between this right in line with the composter. And that is the actual farm done. Now, what we want to do also here, just for safety, because we know we have villagers and we have a nice sky here. And of course, it's not any thunderstorms right now, but there could be, and we don't want them to get hit by lightning. So I go a couple blocks up. I add a couple there. I do this space here in case I need to get in. I can walk underneath this block. Okay, that's the idea. And basically, you want to put a roof around the whole thing. And there we have the actual farm component of the villager breeder farm done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the trapdoors to this area. This keeps the villagers from getting out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. We're going to put a trapdoor right against this dirt block, and you can just open that up like that. We're also going to put one on the other side. So we're going to build this structure out like this. And then you want to put one on this glass block right here. And of course, open it up. That way, things that they can go past through here when they can't, okay? And that's really good. Now, we got to get one that's across here. So what I like to do is just put out some temporary blocks, just like that. You can go over here, and you can get rid of it after you put the trapdoor, like that. And there we have a way. They won't be able to go through here. This trapdoor will never move, and that's awesome. Next, we're going to put in the bed system and the shut-off system for the villager breeder. So we're going to put some more blocks here. We're going to add a couple more on the side here. I like to put 5 beds. This may work with fewer, but I like to put 5 right across here. Apparently, I can't sleep there. And that way, what's going on here is that the villagers will be inside of here. They will attempt to breed. A baby will be formed. Babies in their AI try to go to beds and bounce on them. So they'll see the bed, and they'll run across here trying to get to the beds. We are baiting them, and then they will fall down through, and we'll create that section in a minute. So that's the bait system right there. Now, the next thing we want to do is I want to show you how you shut this system off, because they will continue to breed, and you may not want that to happen. Well, if the villagers don't see the beds, they don't think that they're in a village, and therefore will not breed. So we're going to put a block basically right here, okay? And then we're going to put a piston in between there. I'm putting a couple more blocks here. Let's put a piston there like that. And we need another piston facing the other way. Now, I like to put on levers on each of these. So I'll put one there, and I'll put one here. Okay, now this is a very basic beginning game. If you don't have slime, you can have a piston. So you can just like go like that, and you turn that back off. And now this glass block actually is blocking the entire thing. They will not be able to spawn. Even though it's glass, they think that they cannot get to this at all, so they won't even try. So then what you can do is you flip the lever back again, and it turns it back on, okay? Now, you could work with this with a sticky piston just by taking this part out. We don't need this, and I'll take this out as well. And I'll do the same thing with a sticky piston right here. We'll put a piece of glass in front of it, and it'll work the same way with one way, but you don't have to have a sticky piston. So you just do that. You just turn it on and off, okay? So that's how you turn the system on and off. And now everything should work with the villagers' babies coming down through. So let's build that system right now. The next thing we're going to make is the trough that takes the baby villagers underneath the beds, okay? So the baby villagers are going to come down here. You can see we're going to put a wall like there. And this is the area where we move them along using a water stream, okay? So they're going to come on this way. This is the road that they're in, and they're going to want to go up, want to go one past here. Then this is the block where they will be, and then we want to put down a wall here. That's what we want them to kind of shoot up. Then just put some walls here, okay? And there we go. We have those walls done. You can put another one right here if you'd like, and finish that out. Now, on this spot, before I finish this wall, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the piece of ground here. I'm going to put an oak fence. And on this wall right here, I am going to put a sign, okay? And then just fill this out. Just like that. It should be ready to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go take this block out temporarily, put some water in, and then replace that block. And you can see the water stream is pushing the babies along. So they'll come out, fall down, push along, and they'll be here. And they'll be here until they grow up. Next, we're going to build a villager storage area. And you need to decide right here on which side your pickup system is going to be, if you're going to go to the left or the right. I'm going to go to the right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little bit of an area here. It doesn't have to be too big. This is the floor for that. And what I'm going to do is create a wall around it, okay? Just like this. And there we go. And I have this wall right there. You can kind of see where that is. I'm going to then take out these 2 blocks on this side, leaving the one that we had over there, and I'm going to put a water source. So you can see there the water flows. And this is what I said by left or right, because I did the center line and the right row, the water kind of pushes them to this corner. And that's what you want to make sure is that they're going into a corner. Now, I need to basically make this too high because we don't want the villagers to bounce around. So we'll do that just like this. And now that we have that done and we figured out where we're going to be, we really need to cover all of this up with the roof because we don't want them to, die from lightning or be turned into witches. So we're going to do that right now. And don't forget to cover up your switch right here and the bed. So now we're going to work on the minecart pickup system. What you want to do is you want to go basically where underneath this water right here on the block that is outside of these 2 blocks. So it'll be this block right here. You want to put down a dispenser facing to the direction you chose, which for me is to the right. I'm going to put a button here so that I can then activate that. You hear the click. I'm going to put a minecart in there so you can see this work in just a second. And what you want to do is you want to put 2 powered rails here and a redstone torch that powers that up. And then what you want to do is you want to put a glass block. You want to put another one up, so you're kind of staircasing, and then you want to go out a few more blocks. What you want to do then is just put powered rails on top of these things right here, and there you go. Now, when you have villagers in here and you press the button, the minecart will pick up one of them, and they'll be shot off in that direction. I almost forgot, we need to have some sort of crop in there, so I'm going to choose potatoes. So let me fill out the farm and let it grow up a little bit so I can show you how this works. All right, let's spawn in the first villager. There we go. And they should become a farmer. That's fine. And they're going to start to pick stuff up, and that's great. And now we're going to add a second villager. Because there is no other station, they should not change to anything else. And you can see that they do see the beds, which is excellent. So eventually here, they're going to say, oh, we want to make a baby, and they will. So I'll watch this for a little bit, and when that happens, I'll show you. And there are the love hearts. You can see that. So a baby should be coming here soon if everything looks right. Okay. Don't see one yet. Do you see a baby anywhere? Oh, there it is. And the baby just ran right away. I don't know if they got pushed or whatever, but the baby has gone on down here to this area. And you can see they just kind of bounce there for a little bit. So in about 20 minutes of game time, the baby will grow up. The first baby villager just grew up, and you can see they are standing there right now. They will start to bounce here in a second. And when their head goes into the water, they think they're underwater, so they try to swim up. And you can see now they are in this top area. And they try to swim back up that way, but they can't get to the beds. And they're now stuck in this corner. If you can see, they're on this corner right here, which we have for the pickup system. Now, eventually, when those other babies, you can see they were also grown with the farm. When they grow up, there'll be some more villagers in here. Let's put a few of them so you can see what's going on. And they all kind of get pushed over to this corner. And so then if you have this system right here, you can just hit it. And one of them gets picked up and put into a minecart. Now, I've got a couple of minecarts in here. You can see it does work very easily and nicely. Wow, they're stacking like a staircase. That's pretty cool. So this system does work really well. Well, that's about it, guys. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, please click that like button. If you have any comments, put them down in the comment section. And if you'd like to be notified of the videos that I produce, please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you get all the notifications, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.